Hello, welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is about should, must, and have to, three commonly confused words about obligation. So we'll start with should. We use should for opinion and advice. For example, you should walk 3 miles every day. We also use should for expectations. So for example, he should win the race. He's the fastest person here. So we expect him to win. And we use it for regret. I should have trained more for the race. So there are a few rules. Should is a modal verb, and so we use should followed by an infinitive verb without to. Really important, without. Walk, win, have. It's the same for all pronouns, so it doesn't change he, she, I should, he should, you should. It also doesn't change tenses. And there's no auxiliary necessary. So he shouldn't, or in question form, should I go? Now let's take a look at must. Must is used for necessity. For example, you must call the doctor or he'll die. That's pretty necessary. It's also used for prohibition, so things that you're not allowed to do. You mustn't use your cell phone during takeoff. And it's for assumption. She must be tired after running a marathon. So you're assuming that she's tired. There are some rules very similar to should. It's a modal verb. So infinitive without to, very important. Must call, mustn't use, must be. It's the same for all pronouns and for all tenses. You must, she must. There's no auxiliary necessary. We use mustn't in the negative. Now looking at have to. Have to is what we call a semi-modal verb, so it has a few different rules. Have to is for external obligation. This is important that it's external. You have to train before running a marathon. The next is for a past obligation. We change it to had. I had to arrive early for the race to register. So it's a past obligation. And it's for removing obligation. So taking away the obligation. She doesn't have to win to be happy. She'll be happy if she finishes. So I've just removed that obligation. Now the rules are a bit different. So the rules, it changes with pronouns. So she has to, I have to. It needs an auxiliary. You can say she doesn't. So it needs the auxiliary. Do you have to work? Now, have to is external and must is an internal obligation. And must not equals prohibition. You must not use your cell phone. But don't have to, it removes obligation. You don't have to work tomorrow. Important difference.